captains coming out for the contest tonight. Number 32, Miles Sydenham. Happy birthday, number 18 for Miles today. Number 44, Caleb Edgington. Number 4, Owen Wilson. And number 56, Buster Ostrander. Coming to the Bobcats. Tucker Stokes.
My bad about my jersey, I forgot.
All right, buddy.
Okay, guys, congratulations on being captains. Let's have a great game tonight. Pick your players up. If somebody gets out of hand, it's better if you guys take care of it than if we take care of it, right? Okay. Guys, you are the visiting team. This is going to be tails. The official will be heads. The official will be tails. Okay. What is your call? Okay. What did he call? He called tails.
Tails.
It is heads. You won the toss. You like to defer.
Starting hard. Number 51, Robson Ball.
Which goal would you like to do?
Cole. Miller, right guard.
Okay, so you're going to turn your backs this way. You're going to turn your backs this way. Morgan has won the toss. They have deferred their choice to the second half. So they're going to receive this way.
No, they deferred.
You defer. Just defer. They're going to kick. They're going to receive.
No. We're going to kick. We're receiving.
Okay, guys, take it. Let's go, defense! Go!
The beat judge, Thomas Ray. Thank you, referees, for being here tonight. Kicking off the Trojans, number 47, Seth Turner. After receiving the Bobcats, number 1, Brandon Sparrow. And number 17, Nixon Bowman.
Get in the end zone. So what's his foot on? Let's go!
Couple of his favorite targets. Peyton Palmer, the tight end, scored the 2 touchdowns. They're going to throw it. It's a pick six right out of the gate. First play, Morgan, pick six, touchdown Trojans. What a start. Cade Spence, the senior, puts Morgan in front.
Let's see if we have that on the replay. Boy, you could not pick a better way to start this game. We talked about Cruise and his pick sixes last week. How about Morgan doing it again this week and just reads that route? I mean, that's a simple out route and a great job there. Able to just make a cut there by Spence. And next thing you know, 6-0 Morgan.
14 seconds in, the Trojans get on the board. Unreal start. 2 pick sixes last week, and now they get the 3rd one of the season here on the opening play from scrimmage. The extra point is up, and it is good. We'll take a break. Morgan with the lead, 7-0. Back with a kickoff in a moment.
Yes, this was the best angle.
Life can get a little messy.
No way. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Best day ever.
Some taps create chaos.
No.
TapSpend gives you 1% cash back when you spend and 2.75% APY when you don't. Tap responsibly. Visit tapbank.com.
Back to Morgan High School. Well, our Trucordia players to watch. We had the wrong guy for the pick six. We had the right idea. We had the wrong guy. Crusay had 2 of them last week. Go with Crusay as our Trucordia player to watch. And he doesn't get the opening pick six. It goes to Cade Spence. So 14 seconds in, Morgan with the lead. And Trucordia right out of the gate. Good kickoff there. That goes into the end zone for a touchback.
You know, it's one of the things when you look at these kinds of games and you have a young man like I say who has such a great week one, think, okay, we're not going to go after him. We're going to go on the other side, right?
Right.
And even talking with Coach Barlow, who said they saw that a bit last week. And so what do you have to do? Well, you need your other players to step up. And the first pass is Cade Spence saying, hey, I got the other side covered, Coach. And so now it's like, oh, shoot, well, we got 2 outside backers we got to figure out how we want to deal with if you're this Skyview offense.
Well, if they're going to sit on the short routes, you're going to have to throw something a little further down the field.
Yep.
You know, early in the year, you do wonder, the O-line, are they going to be able to protect? Time for a double move to develop, something like that. Skyview out of the shotgun. Tucker Stokes, quick throw, far side, complete. Nixon Baum cutting back, getting across the 25-yard line. Looks like he picks up 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
This is a really good read here by Stokes as you have a look here at the replay, and they show a blitz off the corner here. So this is actually a great play against that. You see that step inside there by Spence just opens up enough room there for them to get that ball on the outside and take it up the field for a nice gain.
2nd and 4, quick throw to the near side, and Rad Sparrow unable to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Sparrow, young man, had a great game last week. 72 yards on the ground, 19 carries, almost 4 yards a touch, but he's a young man who's got great vision. They're going to try to get him in the flow of this offense, can catch it on the ground as well.
I like that they went right back to the passing game after Stokes threw the pick six. Get him a couple quick completions. Oh, he didn't see the snap, took his eye off it. Ball's on the ground, and Morgan has it. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for Skyview. A disastrous start. Morgan with the lead. Morgan with the recovery. Looks like Zach Semenoff has it.
I think that was our man.
Or excuse me, no, that was Crusay. Yes, sorry. On the wrong team there. My bad.
You said we picked the wrong guy. Let's give it a possession.
Crew, just give Crew a little time. He'll get a recovery there. So, a pick on the first one. The turnover here, the fumble on the snap from center.
How about the outside backers from Morgan? Man.
Oregon's making plays. 1st and 10. They're going to run it to the near side, looking for a hole, looking for a little seam. George Thurston down a couple yards down to the 18. They're going to mark it. Yeah, 18. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Thurston's a young man, one of their primary targets in this offense. I love they try to bring him on kind of that fly sweep, see if they can get him going on the ground. Maybe give this defense a different look than what they were thinking on film.
He's back in the slot on the left side. No tight end for Morgan. They're going to motion Rhett Larson. They're going to give it to Larson. Larson gets a block, turns the corner at the 20. They knock him out of bounds at the 15.
We just talked about Thurston on that run prior and even his ability to catch the ball. But here he sets up the nice block to free up Rhett Larson. And this is a youngster. He's one of those youngsters when talking with Coach Barlow said he's got the opportunity to step up, have a big year this year for the Morgan offense.
Skyview defense trying to hold here. 3rd and 5 at the 15. They're going to run it right up the middle. Makes you wonder if they're going to go for it on 4th down. It looks like they picked up at least 3, maybe 4. We'll look for the spot as they give the ball to the junior, William Pace. See where they put the ball down. They're coming right back. No huddle. Hurry up. And it is 4th and 1, and they're going for it. Oh, shaky handoff. Second effort. Look at the legs driving. And William Pace hit behind the line of scrimmage. Powers for the first down. It'll be 1st and goal at the 8.
Boy, it looked like he was wrapped up. This Skyview defense does a great job getting through, but just would not go down. William Pace, beautiful job getting physical there.
Morgan with a pair of turnovers on Skyview's first possessions. Can they make it a 2-score lead? They'll throw to the near side. Complete at the 5 to the pylon. Oh, they're calling him down. The ball hit the pylon. You might have been able to hear the fans in front of us helping referee the game from up here. But Rhett Larson's knee must have been down before he got the ball to the pylon as they spotted at the 1-yard line. Still sets up 2nd and goal.
This tempo, though, they're right on the ball every play.
The quarterback, Gilson. He's going to throw. Thurston through traffic. Did he get there? Yes. The referee says touchdown. So the Trojans, 2 turnovers on defense, 2 touchdowns, and they're coming out to kick an extra point here that'll put them up 14-0, 2.5 minutes into the game. What a start.
Yeah, beautiful call here. And again, we talk about getting up to the line quickly, give it to your best player and let him work. I mean, that's 1-on-4 there by Thurston, still able to power his way in as Morgan takes a 2-possession lead here in this opening quarter.
So Gilson to Thurston. And now, a busy Seth Turner. Already with 2 kickoffs. Now a 2nd extra point. We got a flag. Whistle to play dead.
Okay, let me ask you here.
Do you go for 2 because they just cut the distance
You're half
in
the
half?
Distance, right? Like,
I wouldn't give any momentum. I'd kick the extra point, go to 14. You got all the momentum.
Still early.
It's still early. Don't chase points. But I get your logic.
Not many people do. So
we had a similar situation in the Harriman Bountiful game last week, and they also went ahead and kicked the 1. Snaps down, kicks up. It's good. We'll take a break. Morgan with the lead, 14-0 on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.
Oh, hold up, sweetie.
Vince.
Hospital bills from the accident piled up and insurance company just won't pay for it. Bike's gotta go.
After a car wreck, the insurance company wants you to settle fast for less than you deserve. Don't let them.
Before you talk to the insurance company, talk to us.
Craig Swap & Associates fights to make sure you don't leave money on the table. One call, that's all.
801-444-4444.
Welcome back to Morgan High School. Time for our 3rd Skin Science Institute kickoff of the first quarter. 9:24 to go. The Morgan defense has come up with 2 turnovers, a pick 6. Then the fumble recovery sets the offense up for a short touchdown drive. Good 4th down conversion. Skyview's defense nearly held there, but it's 14-0, and we haven't played 3 minutes yet. 3rd kickoff for Seth Turner. Another touchback. And Skyview will take over 1st and 10 at the 20. They got to be a little shell-shocked. And right now, it's not about the big play. I mean, if you get it, great. But I think they just need a 1st down right now.
Well, I think some of it is, hey, guys, just settle down.
Yep.
Right? Like, it's okay. You're on the road. But we talk about new players getting new experience, and you've got to see your quarterback there, although he's still learning, starting at the varsity level. But just go out there, run a couple plays, get some confidence, build some momentum. Plenty of time in this game to work back.
They've run 4 plays, and they haven't run the ball yet. We assume, the fumble snap on the 4th play, assume that was a pass on 3rd and 5. And they're going to run it here, first carry of the night. And run it right up the middle, and Sparrow with a short gain there right up the middle. Rad Sparrow on the carry.
And you make that comment, they hadn't ran the ball. Last week, they were 50-50. 34 passes, 35 runs. That's the balance they want to have in this offense, but they haven't found it yet here early.
It's only 5 plays.
Yeah.
Small sample size. Although 14-0, the temptation might be to throw it, but they're going to try to run it right up the middle, and that time there's nothing there. Morgan actually gets in the backfield, makes the stop there.
A whole bunch of guys there, including Miles Sydenham, who plays running back and nose guard. You don't see that very often, but nice stop there.
All right, Sparrow loses a couple. It's 3rd and 10. Stokes, left hand, reaches out and catches it, steps up away from the rush, steps out of the tackle, throws underneath, complete, close to the first down, but I think a little short. They had to get right to the 30 on the touchback. They literally just had to get the nose of the ball to the white paint there on the 30-yard line.
Yeah, they're half yard short here, and it'd be tempting, but I think you got to kick this ball. Give your defense at least a shot, right? You hate to give another short field if you don't get this. But I like that throw by Stokes. It's a great job to get out of the pocket, buy a little bit of time, find an open guy. Just needed another foot and a half.
Well, the key there is to run the route not to the marker, but well past it so that you can come back to the ball.
And I thought the throw was maybe a little behind him, maybe pulled him back a little bit more than he needed to. But
all right, Skyview to punt it away. Peyton Palmer is also the tight end. Plays a little linebacker down to the 30. And it looked like he signaled for a fair catch and then took off. Red Larson there. They can throw a flag on that. They didn't. Let's take a break real quick. Morgan with the ball up 14-0. This is KSLSports.com.
they are being really quick. So here we come.
Welcome back to Morgan High School. Trojans up 14-0. They get the ball with a chance to extend the lead. Long down the middle, wide open, Red Larson. Across midfield, brought down inside the 40. Big play, 30-yard gain.
Boy, and they bite on this sweep, and this is why you run it with Thurston earlier. That safety comes up, and you see Larson just go right by that defense. Gilson sees it. Great throw and a big play.
33-yard gain. 1st and 10 now for Morgan. At the 38. Gilson going to keep it, come to the near side, and step out of bounds with a short gain, maybe a yard or two.
Yeah, good coverage on the outside there by Drake Bohm, and then you saw the linebacker, Brett Carling, one of the senior leaders on this group, stay home and really force Gilson with nowhere to go on that play. Nice defensive stop, or nice defensive play there by the Cats.
They're going to actually mark him out at the line of scrimmage, so it's 2nd and 10 after no gain on the scramble. Defensive lineman get ripped off. That should be a sack, right? Gilson picking his way forward to the 30. Nice gain, 8 yards on the keeper.
I love all the motion that Morgan's using in this offense. We've seen them with Thurston, that time with Larson, making that defense try to make adjustments and shifts right before that snap is coming. Very tough, especially when you got new kids in new positions.
3rd and 2. Have 2 chances to convert here. Gilson keeps it close to the first down. I don't think he has it. Let's see where they spot it. He's actually going to be close with that spot. I think he has it. Yep, they waved the chains forward. He picked up 3 on 3rd and 2.
Not afraid to run him. Had 7 carries officially last week. But, boy, just adds another element to the offense when you have that kind of athleticism at your quarterback spot.
Another first down for Morgan. Gilson, good protection over the middle, up high. Nice catch at the 10-yard line. Another first down for Morgan as George Thurston goes up in the air over the middle and makes a nice catch.
Talking about he is their best offensive player. How about that snag, man? That is impressive by Thurston.
He had a touchdown catch last week. Scored his 2nd touchdown of the year to put him up 14-0. And Morgan is looking for 21 here. What a start. We got a timeout on the field. Timeout, Skyview. We'll take a break and be back in a moment on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.
Nobody in Utah has more Toyota trucks than Orem Toyota. With multiple Toyota locations, we simply carry more trucks than anyone. And every single one comes with one simple promise. The price you see online is the price you pay. That's our full offering price with every dealer add-on and a $499 dock fee included. You only add tax, title, and registration. No games, no gimmicks, and no surprises. Orem Toyota, you lead the way. Shop every truck online today at oremtoyota.com.
We don't have to bring him up running out. Welcome back to Morgan High School. The Trojans driving. They moved the ball 60 yards. They got first and goal at the 10-yard line. They're already up 14-0 thanks to a couple of Skyview turnovers. Gilson throwing end zone, almost picked off. Undercutting the route. Brett Carlin, who had a pick last week, nearly got that one, but it goes through his hands. He still gets the breakup, though. Second down.
Yeah, we talked about the read he made on the Gilson run earlier, and he really sets this up. He's got that underneath route, does a great job of reading and breaking back, gets two hands on it. That probably should have been a pick.
Second and goal. We'll see if that haunts Skyview, if Morgan's able to convert and turn this into points. Thurston in motion. Thurston inside the 5, breaks a tackle. Is he in? Yes, touchdown. Thurston, his second touchdown of the game, his third of the season, and Morgan makes it 20-0.
Check out this leading block out of the backfield. As we've seen them run it with pace. That time he set up the run by Thurston, who came across in motion. Run behind your big tailback, in this case fullback, and George Thurston now with a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown here in this first quarter.
Seth Turner on for yet another extra point. Sometimes kickers stand around for a while without doing anything, depending on how a game goes. Seth's been busy. Oh, low snap, good hold. It's up.
There's penetration through the middle there,
it's
too.
Good. Cooper Allen, good hold right there to get that ball up. And so now Morgan leads 21-0. We're back in a moment on KSLSports.com, the KSL Sports app, and 5.3.
Come on over here, get closer. Let me show you these trailers we got. Big dump, small dump, get the gooseneck. Load it up with an ATV trailer.
What happens if I do this, Vince?
Flatbed. Aluminum. Tilt trailers. Come check out these trailers.
Oh, you ready to come back?
Mm-hmm. Welcome back to Morgan High School. We are almost halfway through the first quarter. There's 6:05 left in the opening quarter. Morgan has had the dream start.
Man.
They are pitching a perfect game. It's 21-0 after 3 possessions.
Well, and even that drive, I mean, the one touchdown drive was short. They had 1 4th down. That one, I don't even know if they got to a 3rd down. I mean, it was just like.
They did. He scrambled. He ran for 3 on 3rd and 2.
Third two,
yeah, but that was, to your point, that was a very effective drive, a very efficient drive. Let's see.
It's just great execution on first and second
That would have
down.
been 7 plays, 70 yards.
Yeah.
7 plays, 70 yards for the touchdown. So Morgan, this is a shocker. I thought this would be a pretty good matchup, and Morgan has jumped all over Skyview. Still a long way to go. Time for another Skin Science Institute kickoff. And once again, a really good boot there. And they send it into the end zone for the touchback. And Morgan, Seth Turner's having a game.
Yeah, I mean, he allowed a return on that first one.
Yep.
And after that, he's kind of found his distance, and everything's been into the end zone.
Yeah, 3 touchbacks out of 4, and he's 3 for 3 on extra points. Everything's going Morgan's way. They're up 21-0, 6:05 to go in the opening quarter. And for, again, Skyview, a first down or 2. Just a little momentum.
You know, well, here's another point. We're on a grass field.
We're on a deep grass field.
Deep grass
That
field.
is, some grass fields are tight, like a putting green or a fairway. They're in U.S. Open rough down there. Oh, fake the handoff, throw it out wide, but again, Skyview can't block it. Morgan gets upfield and blows up the play.
Yeah, really nice play here, getting in the backfield. That was, again, Cruz Spence. But you wonder how much that plays into it. There are not a lot of grass fields in the state anymore, right? And your Skyview, you play on a lot of turf, practice on turf, you play in turf. And now you're coming here, and it is different. I love it, personally. I wish we had more of it, but
we don't.
We do not.
That's where we are right now. And with the drive to save water, I don't think it's coming back anytime soon. Fake the handoff. Oh, wow. Again, Morgan's D-line is playing in Skyview's backfield. I mean, it's different players all the time. This time it's Miles Sydenham there, the senior, blows that play up.
Look at Nicholas.
The D-line's going to like watching this first quarter film.
Yes, they are. Untouched. Just sees that hole, goes right through it. This is all Morgan in these first minutes of this first quarter. Impressive start.
So 3rd and long, 3rd and 19 now for Skyview after a couple of negative running plays. Stokes taking his time. Looking straight into that low sun here. Steps up and goes down. Gets sacked. Started to step up in the pocket. He has dropped to the 4-yard line.
This is Mabos again. He just came in with that TFL on the last play. This time he's blocked, but look at him just shed. That's a great job of keeping those arms not locked in, able to push off, create the separation, and he is right in the grill of Tucker Stokes, who has not had a lot of time today.
Nothing going right for Skyview right now. It is 4th and 25, and they are going to have to punt out of their own end zone here.
Here you're just like, just get it away. Right? And they do.
They do get the punt away there. Peyton Palmer sends it out near midfield at the 47-yard line, fielded, and we might have a pretty good return from Bridger Neuschwander here. He comes to the near side. Bridger around the corner down to the 20-yard line, and that a combination of great defense and now a big special teams play gives the offense yet another short field.
Yeah, I mean, their second drive of this opening quarter that will start. This is going to be just outside the red zone. I thought it might be in, but it looks like they're going to spot it at the 21 maybe. But, man, it's hard for your defense when you have short field, and a 3 and out there too, right? There's not even a lot of time on the sideline to be coached up or even to look at what's going on to kind of get your bearings about you, and you're right back out there having to defend.
A pick six, a 20-yard touchdown drive, a 70-yard touchdown drive, and now you got a 21-yard field. They're trying to get to 28-0 on 111 yards of offense. Fake the fly sweep, throw downfield, overthrown and a little behind Rhett Larson, who actually had a little separation. It wasn't a huge window, but it was there, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, safety was coming over, but I don't know that he had the angle to get there. Would have been a nice play, would have set up 1st and goal, but that throw was just a little over the top of the receiver. It is still week 2. Right, as impressive as 21-0 is, it is still week 2, and some of those timing and routes still being worked on.
Gilson staying in the shotgun, rolling left. Is he going to keep it? Looks to throw, sheds one tackler, back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a short gain. It's going to be 3rd and long, though. Skyview defense winning on 1st and 2nd down.
But you see how fast Peyton Palmer came flying in there. Again, plays that linebacker position. Man, he was on head of steam coming right after Gilson, just slipped through his tackle, but you see why he can be such an impact maker on both sides of the ball with his speed and ability to read.
And with his punting, all 3 phases.
Hey, look at
all
you.
3 phases. I asked if he was getting recruited, and the answer is no, not yet. And I think it comes down to he's listed at 6 feet, and the measurables matter so much. You know, if he's 6'3", he's got a line of schools talking to him, right?
Yep, totally.
But they want bigger linebackers. I mean, the tight ends in college football, they're in the 6'3", 6'6" range, somewhere in there. Ooh, high snap. Gilson brings it down, hands it off, 2nd effort. That's going to get the ball down to about the 15-yard line. Thurston making something out of nothing, but not enough on 3rd and 8. He gets about 3.
See, and I get that point, but let me counter that a little bit. If you're Utah State, he's right in your backyard. It's like, bring him in, right? Like, you've got a kid who can play. Why not? But I get it. I get it.
There might be a coach you know pretty well who's at Weber State.
Hey,
Eric Kerr. Eric Kerr. Oh, they're going to go for it on 4th down. The pass deflected, almost picked. Probably better than it wasn't. They pick up a few more yards. So Skyview holds. The defense put out in a difficult position. They get the stop. Let's take a break. We'll back. Bobcats get the ball back when we return on KSLSports.com at 5.3.
That's a great call, Kerr.
Where life grows, home begins. Bank of Utah.
Welcome back to Morgan High. Skyview gets a stop on defense. Took about 8 minutes, but they had something go right. Can they build on that momentum? A quick throw underneath on 1st down. Tucker Stokes to Will Alder for a short gain. And for Skyview now, you can't even worry about the scoreboard. It's been a very difficult start for the Bobcats. They had something go right. They got to stop when they got put out deep in their own end. Now can the offense build on what the defense did?
Yeah, some of it is just help your quarterback get back to his confidence that he's had through camp and through fall.
Hand off and nothing there, and it's going to be hard to run the ball. The pass protection has been spotty, but it's been better than the run blocking there. There was just absolutely nowhere for Sparrow to run.
You want size? How about 6'5" for Quade Mabos? 6'5", 190, wearing number 11. Put some meat on that, but man, he's been a beast here early.
3rd and 12 for Skyview. Stokes to throw. Trying to break contain. Has to throw across his body. Gets rid of it. Doesn't take the sack, but it's 4th and 12 as the Morgan defense has been lights out in this game.
That was a say. Breaking through there and getting the pressure on, and they're just we talked about there's not a lot of time there for Tucker Stokes, and before he's even at the back of his drop, he's got pressure coming right at him. He's having to buy as much time as he can. There's just not time for these routes to develop, and especially on all the 3rd and longs they've had, this Morgan defense just been able to get him behind the ball, and they haven't been able to dig out.
Peyton Palmer to punt again, the junior. Tight end, linebacker, punter. High snap. He goes up and gets it on the goal line. Big rush. He gets it away. High. That'll enable guys to get down underneath it. Lands at the 43. Bounces sideways down there. We'll take a break. 1st and 10 for Morgan. Again, starting on the Skyview side of the field when we return. Welcome back to Morgan High School. Trojans with the ball and a 21-0 lead late first quarter. On the keeper, Gilson right up the middle across the 40 down to the 37-yard line. 6 yards on first down.
Talk about not afraid to run. Empty out the backfield, go 5 wide, and Gilson able to take that ahead. Again, you're really just making this Skyview defense now really uncomfortable with your variety of formations where the ball's going.
Gilson empty backfield, trips to the near side. He pumps near side, steps right up. Lots of green grass inside the 30, 20, down to the 15. Huge gain.
How about this read by the quarterback? Talked about, when talking with Coach Barlow, talked about his athleticism, and you just see eyes are staying down the field. He's staying ready to throw. That whole defense has to drop, and he just takes advantage of all the green space ahead.
Gilson, 24 yards at a first down. Quick throw complete inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Morgan, tempo, they keep moving.
Yeah, no rest for the weary. You think about how many snaps this Skyview defense has been on the field in this first quarter. They're really making them run and gassing them here early.
Rhett Larson with the catch, 9 yards. It's 2nd and 1 at the 5. Gilson, is he going to throw it or will he keep it? Rolling left to the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Morgan.
Flag in the backfield
here. This might this might not stand.
I think it's coming back.
It is a hold against Morgan. It's coming back.
And it's a shame because I was going to talk about the block by George Thurston. He ran the route, and then when he sees Gilson get past the line of scrimmage, then he locks up that DB and really clears that far side to make sure that Owen can get there. It'll look great on tape. It just won't count in the box score.
41 seconds left in the first quarter. That's going to move him back. 2nd and 1 becomes 2nd and 11 with the 10-yard penalty. And the ball is moved back to the 17-yard line. Trips to the near side. William Pace is the back. Quick throw, complete. Oh, good tackle right there. Short gain to George Thurston, but Skyview read that. Is that Stetson Summers?
Not sure who that was, actually. I thought it was Stetson. They said Palmer. I thought it was 0 as well. I'll go with you.
Yeah, okay. 0 and 8. It's hard to see. The contrast. Gilson pulls it down, trying to turn the corner, dragged out of bounds. Oh, that's a little late. That's a flag. Got him out of bounds. Shouldn't have taken him to the ground. Just let him go. He got down to the 10, but that penalty is going to move it to the 5.
You know, that's a tough thing. You had a 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9. You're just thinking, man, if you can get a stop here, right? You had a couple of short field stops for this Skyview defense. Instead, that penalty is going to move it now.
It's probably going to be a first down because they had to get to the 5.5. If they mark him out at the 10, the penalty's
going to the distance.
Yeah, the half the distance would convert it. Yep, first down. 1st and goal at the 5 for Morgan.
Had a chance to set up a 4th down, and unfortunate.
14.7 seconds left. This might be the last play of the first quarter. A quarter that has been all Morgan High School. Gilson, handoff. Picking his way towards the goal line, down to the 2, and no more.
Brett Larson.
Larson, the carrier.
Got stood up right on the goal line.
That will end the quarter. Let's take a break. Morgan's in charge after one period, 21-0 and threatening. Yes. 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 No, right here. There's a +1 on the board.
It's in the thrill of starting strong, making gains. It's the real connections in between. It's in the satisfaction of being on the move.
We got about 10 seconds left. Do you want to come back?
That brilliant feeling of getting somewhere.
Hi, I'm Mila. This is my story. I learn anywhere with Utah Online School. I live in Utah, and sometimes I live in Washington, D.C. I go to museums, monuments, and learn history. They are my classroom.
Utah Online School surrounds students with a team that helps them strive, grow, and compete at their highest level.
I can learn anywhere.
Utah Online School, built for focus, powered by support. Visit utahonline.org today.
Welcome back to Morgan High School for the start of the second quarter. Morgan up 21-0. They dominated the first quarter, and they are on the verge of putting one more score on the board here. Second and goal at the 1. Gilson hands it off. Second effort to the goal line. Is he in? No. Going to mark him short.
Him in.
Well, on the near side, he's in. On the far side, they say he's down. Confusion reigns. Now on the near side, they signal touchdown again. And I think best 2 out of 3, it's touchdown Morgan. That was something, huh? The referee coming in from the far side signaled down.
Yes.
The referee coming in from the near side.
I don't know that I heard it on the PA, but it's a touchdown.
27-0 Morgan. Seth Turner on for yet another extra point. $28-0. We'll take a break. We're back with a kickoff in a moment on KSLSports.com, the KSL Sports app, and 5.3.
Everyone knows that having a good credit history makes it easier to save money and get approved for the things in life you need, like credit cards, auto loans, home loans, and a lot more. But here's the problem. Building your credit history takes time. That's why UCCU created Credit Builder, an innovative loan program designed to help you build your credit history and raise your credit score. Visit UCCU.com to start building or rebuilding your credit today. UCCU. Love where you bank.
Well, it's time for another Skin Science Institute kickoff. Seth Turner has been busy. This is his 5th kickoff of the game, the opening kickoff, and now following up 4 scores with yet another Skin Science Institute kickoff. The first one was returned. Next 3 were touchbacks. There really isn't much wind, so switching ends shouldn't be that big an impact. Flag's barely moving off at the north end of the field.
You know, you talk about switching ends. One of the things we did not talk about, Skyview's having to go into that sun. Those shadows were a little low in that first quarter. Now be at their back. See if that maybe helps them to get some rhythm confidence. But
it's always a mixed bag. The quarterback doesn't have to look in the sun, but the receivers do, right?
That's a fair point.
Turner again to the end zone for yet another touchback, and the Bobcats take over at the 20 once again.
And I think, you know, you can go back to if there's been a challenge, it's been in some of the blocking assignments, and the sun maybe hasn't impacted that as much, but
right.
See if they can get back to kind of a settled offense here, or try to find their offense here to start this second quarter.
Morgan High School up 28-0, looking like they're on their way to their first victory. They lost to Ridgeline 42-28. They have a big game at Park City next week. Hand off, and again, nothing there. Just no chance to run the ball. Skyview gave it to Rad Sparrow, but he is dropped immediately.
Hayden Meekum, who broke through there. You talk about next week, Morgan have to take on Park City. That's who Skyview just beat. So a little bit of notice being sent out here in this first quarter for that next opponent.
Skyview's at Spanish Fork next week. Fake the handout, ball's on the ground. I think the Bobcats got it back, but it's going to bring up third and forever.
And you just see the speed of this Morgan defense is really forcing the processing, and it's struggling here early for Skyview. That's a zone read, and you're trying to read that end. And the way he busts through, it's kind of like, I don't know what to do. Am I giving, am I keeping? And it's just that familiarity and comfortableness in the offense that will come over time. But here in week 2 against this opponent, it's just been a struggle here in this opening half.
Skyview behind the chain so much. 3rd and 15. Stokes throws, complete, close. No, 5 yards short of the first down. Good gain, 10-yard pickup.
And that's more of what this Skyview offense can do. When you talk about Stokes, he's got the ability to, they want to help simplify things for him. So, okay, if they're going to be aggressive defensively, take a step, get outside, buy a little bit extra time, and then be confident with your throw and find a guy. And that time it's, they lose yardage on 1st and 2nd down is really what kind of kills this, but that's what they got to get back to more consistently for this offense.
Stokes to Bo Foster, the sophomore, with the 10-yard gain, but it brings up 4th and 5. And Peyton Palmer will punt it away again. He's had to deal with a couple of high snaps, but he's been able to handle them. Backs up for that one. Doesn't help out
a couple times.
Yeah. Gets it across midfield, lands at the 43, gets a good hop, hits a guy at the 39. I think the sun came into play there. That came straight out of the sun. You could tell by the shadows. 1st and 10 for Morgan. We're back in a moment on KSLSports.com.
Your whole life, you woke up before the sun and worked hard so your family could have the things they want. Everything was going great. Until one night when you were hit by a drunk driver.
Yeah, I left the kickoff on a little long that time, but
out of work.
I figured
Bills
it out.
Piling up. And you're worried about your family. As Utah's original personal injury law firm, our team at Robert J. DeBry will get you the settlement you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Welcome back to Morgan High School. Morgan dominating Skyview 28-0. 9:53 left in the first half. Morgan taking over 1st and 10. Look at the near side, throwing back. That ball set up well. Good blocks heading across midfield, and another 1st down for Morgan. That was well set up as they throw it back to George Thurston. And with a nice gain, running behind some good blocks there.
Talk about staying home as a defender. They're looking like they're going to throw that screen near side. Then they go backside. Why you got to be so disciplined. Make sure you never know when that ball's coming your way. They're going to try to get you out of position. Great job there by Skyview.
1st and 10. Going to throw to the man in motion. Rhett Larson has to loop back behind the 50-yard line. And even though he didn't make the tackle there, Palmer forced him upfield and allowed everyone else. Well, that was not Palmer. I am struggling with the number 0 and the number 8. That was Stetson Summers. Forced him to loop back deeper, and that gives the whole chance for the whole defense to pursue.
It's one of those things when you run a lot of those kind of flat passes, you've got to get up the field to find a way to do that quickly before that defense can respond.
So 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Gilson has Cale Eddington back next to him. He's going to follow him right up the middle. 45, the stiff arm, but that's not going to get him anywhere. 2-yard gain. Need a whistle to end that play. They do not need another flag. So a 2-yard gain, it's going to be 3rd and 9. The Skyview defense has set themselves up well here. See if they can get their second stop of this game.
Old number 8, Peyton Palmer. And this is a designed run. He's following his tailback. But look, Palmer does a great job just stepping around. That was not going to get himself locked up. And did a great job of maintaining his separation and able to get to Gilson.
3rd and 9. Keeper. Gilson. 1st down to the 31. A 14-yard gain.
Look at this hole. I mean, this is just big and a great read by Gilson to see it. Look at that just open up. And you see they're trying to play contain a little bit, but Gilson able to just see that, take advantage of it quickly.
Well, they've been stretching him side to side with both the run game and some quick throws. Ooh, low snap. Gilson scoops it up. Gilson's going deep. Caught. Touchdown. Morgan deep to Owen Belston. Gilson hits him, and it's 34-0.
One-on-one coverage down the field, and this throw by Gilson, he knows he trusts his receiver. He's got his man beat, knows he's just got to lead him to the end zone. That's a beautifully placed ball, well tracked there by Belliston. And the senior able to step up. One of the things Coach Barlow talked about is the receiving corps stepping up to help free up room for Thurston. Belliston does so there on that touchdown reception.
Seth Turner on for his 5th extra point to make it 35-0. And he sends it wide. So 34-0. We'll take a break. Back with the kickoff on KSLSports.com and 5.3 in a moment.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
Welcome back to Morgan High School. Time for another Skin Science Institute kickoff. Seth Turner has been busy.
That leg's going to be tired tonight.
Got to ice that thing. Maybe a special teams play for Skyview. I mean, it's been tough. They've had no field position, been backed up, but it's been basically impossible to return his kicks. He keeps booming touchbacks, and this one, yeah, just barely made it, but a yard deep, just enough to force the automatic touchback, and Skyview will take over at the 20.
So another chance for this front seven of Morgan, who's really been dominating. This 3-4 defense today has caused a lot of ruckus. And how does Skyview try to take care of that? Do they leave it back in to try to chip or eat some of that up? But gotta give help right now to the offensive line, because right now they just have not been able to have an answer for even four-man pressure that Morgan's brought tonight.
I don't know about you, Dane. I did not see this coming.
I did not either.
This has been a dominant performance by Morgan. I thought this would be a really good matchup.
And we'll talk about Morgan's first week, but you got to love the response of your Coach Barlow, what you've seen in this first half tonight.
First down, trying to roll away from the pass rush. Stokes buys a little time, but he's got to throw it away. Second down.
Great pressure there by Pace, but I mean, this was a Morgan team last week that you talk about the pick sixes. That was kind of the highlight. They fell down big in that game. They got a couple of late scores to make that a 2-possession game, but that's kind of Ridgeline, and it's been a different story here tonight by this Morgan team, really in every aspect.
The thing about Ridgeline is they play 4A, but they've just been loaded. They're dominating 4A. They're 36-4 in their last 40 games at Ridgeline. So the label is 4A, but the football is 4.5 or 5A.
Well, how about that football? I mean, guys just flow into the football, not allowing that back to turn upfield.
Drake Baum, the sophomore, the carrier there.
Which I agree with you, but the question that I had was Ridgeline had some young men that graduated last year, some transfers. Like, okay, well, are they going to be able to just reload? And the answer we learned was yes.
So the Riley Jensen, the former Aggie quarterback, says I was asking about, man, Ridgeline they get good and they stay good. And he said, you're familiar with the Lone Peak phenomenon? So many ex-BYU athletes moving to Alpine Highland. He says there's a neighborhood where that's happening with Utah State athletes, and Ridgeline's the beneficiary, as we almost have a pick there coming off a block. Cale Eddington got a hand on the ball but couldn't pull it in. So it's just, you've got all these college athletes, and someone on the football or the basketball team meets somebody on the volleyball or the women's basketball team, and next thing you know, coaches are recruiting 4-year-olds because it's just obvious to everybody what's going to happen. So I mean, it's more than that. I mean, the kids still have to put in the work, and you still have to have good coaches and good schemes and
but they've got
and
size
chemistry.
up there.
But you do get
Yeah.
to have a building block that not everybody has. And if you cash in on that and take advantage, you can build a really good program, and they have.
With a very competent staff too.
Sure.
By the way, that Ridgeline staff is legit.
Palmer gets that across midfield, gets a friendly hop, and it'll be touchdown at the 43-yard line. And Morgan will take over there when we return on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.
Strong Volkswagen is setting you free from high payments and high interest rates. It's our Freedom to Drive sale. Lease a new 2026 Volkswagen Jetta S from $199 a month. Hit rates as low as 1.9% APR. Or save up to $5,000 on select new VW models. Plus, oil changes are only $59.95. And every vehicle is backed with our no-charge lifetime warranty. Only at Strong Volkswagen. Break free from high prices during our Freedom to Drive sale.
Welcome back to Morgan High. Trojans with the ball. The first down run, not much there. Skyview standing him up at the line of scrimmage. Miles Sydenham, the ball carrier there, no gain as he gets back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
I think right now, if you're Skyview, it is just hey guys, go out and compete, right? Like we're not going to worry about the score in this one. Go out, play for your school, play for a little bit of pride, and go work on your own game and see if you can kind of drill back into this one kind of bit by bit.
I wondered there. First guy stands him up. Can the second guy force a turnover? They could use a big play.
Yep.
A little bit of a scramble there by Gilson. He comes to the near side, complete across midfield. Nice gain. Rhett Larson.
Boy, you just got to love the patience of Owen Gilson because he's getting flushed out of the pocket and there's routes down the field. Just patient, kind of scans it, sees Rhett Larson wide open, able to get the ball there, play for another down here on 3rd and 2.
8-yard pickup for Larson on that catch. Handoff. First down inside the 45-yard line. We have seen George Thurston come in motion, take that handoff. It's been effective throughout this game. It was effective right there. 5 yards on 3rd and 2 and a first down for the Trojans.
We've seen them work off of that play in some of their other play calls. I'm really looking to see number 3 down the field at some point tonight. You know it's coming. It's just when. But they've found other ways to get him involved here early.
6:33 to go in the first half. And again, coming around on the fly sweep, Rhett Larson turns it upfield inside the 40. Larson picks up 6 on first down.
I do love the way that they've worked their other receivers, including Rhett, in both the run game and the pass game, as they try to mix it up, make that defense stay honest. And it's just been bit by bit here these last couple drives, able to move the ball.
2nd and 4. Gilson keeps it close to the first down. Doesn't get it. They bring him down at the 35, but 2nd and 4 turns into 3rd and 1 on that 3-yard gain.
Just a tough kid there. And you got to love, takes a little contact, kind of bounces off that, fights his way forward to pick up yards and set up a 3rd and short.
They mark it at the 36, so it's 3rd and 2. Gilson, handoff, bouncing it outside and picking up the first down. A nice run by Miles Sydenham. Out of bounds. 3rd and 2. He converts. They're going to mark him out at the 26-yard line. That's a gain of 10.
That old nose guard / running back, able to bounce outside around the tackle on that far side and use his athleticism to get up the field.
He could have stuck his head down and just pushed the pile and picked up 3 or 4 and moved the chains, but he was thinking big. He bounced it outside and it paid off. Gilson to throw. Short, complete, just really back to the line of scrimmage there to Sydenham, is dragged down immediately as he catches it. It'll be 2nd and 10.
You see one of the differences in this game on that play right there, because Skyview brings pressure, but look, this O-line pick it up. They buy enough time for Gilson to find that crossing route. And while it isn't a big play, it's not the pressure that Skyview has felt offensively, right? They're able to give enough time for Gilson to be able to read and find somewhere to go with the ball.
Gilson rolls, throws, incomplete. Its throw was low, but I thought that was a good idea. Given the coverage, it's either going to be incomplete, complete, but take away the possibility of a turnover.
And I think that's the thing that Morgan, when you think of what this offense has done tonight, yeah, they've taken their shots down the field, but none of them have been really risky. It's been, I got a guy open. I know I can make that play. You haven't seen them force into a lot of tough areas, and speaks a lot to the preparation that Gilson has to run this offense here from Morgan.
Skyview trying to get a stop. They got one earlier in the game. It's been a tough night. Over the middle, incomplete. They catch a break there. Some separation. George Thurston was open. Couldn't quite pull it in. The throw just a little high. 4th and 10.
Just a touch outside of his reach. Another time where Skyview brings pressure on that 3rd and 10. And it's picked up. There's time there for Gilson. He knows he's got his favorite guy right over the middle. Just missed him, not by much.
Can't punt from the 26-yard line. It'd be a 43, 44-yard field goal. So Morgan is going to go for it on 4th and 10. Gilson looks right, throws underneath to the near side, short gain, and Skyview holds as they bring Sydenham down at the 29-yard line. Actually, a loss there on the play. He doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Skyview holds on downs. We're back in a moment on 5.3 and KSLSports.com.
Visit strongvw.com.
When you're the oldest personal injury firm in Utah, you get to know a few faces.
So tell me what happened.
You just came in and sideswiped me, bro.
I got hit by a drunk driver.
And it hurts worse than that time that I was dropped. Tailgate. Who would have thought?
I guess you can say we've seen everything. And I mean everything.
Juliet would never use these.
Our team at Robert J. DeBry has the experience needed to get you the compensation you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Welcome back. Skyview throwing on 1st and 10 across midfield. They got the first big play of the game inside the 30-yard line. Nixon Baum with the catch and the run, breaking a tackle there. And a pickup of 41 yards.
Boy, that's great play. You feel so good for Tucker Stokes, who's been under a lot of pressure today. It's just, hey, get the snap, settle, make the throw. Great ball and a beautiful job after the catch there by Bohm to get up the field.
1st and 10 at the 29. Stokes steps up. He's going to run with it and goes down. Slide, maybe a little late, takes a little bit of a hit there. Picks up about 3.
Yeah, staff wanted a flag there, but I'm kind of with you. I think a little bit of a delay getting into that. Hard for the defender to pull off in that situation, but good gain nonetheless there by Tucker.
Pick up a 4, 2nd and 6. 4 minutes left in the first half. Morgan dominating up 34-0. Skyview trying to get on the board here. Stokes steps up, has a little space, throws the ball late, complete, 1st down, but the flag is down.
Yep.
He was across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and it was so close, and you could see he knew he was close on that one. The official there was kind of looking at if any part of the body is behind the line of scrimmage, it's a legal pass. But I thought he was across it. The linesman right there, and both of them had it. You've got flags on each side here, so unfortunate. Would have been a nice play, but just not enough room for him to make it.
It's easy to blame Tucker Stokes for that, but I blame Patrick Mahomes.
It's fair.
All the kids grow up watching him. If he can do it, and the truth is he did it. He just did it a little late.
Yep.
I mean, it was an awkward off-platform throw, but it was complete. He had a good gain there. He's just a little too far downfield.
You know, I think it's one of those when you watch that. Last week, talking with Coach Aller, he's like, we had some self-inflicted wounds. That's one of them, right? It's like, well, you can keep that ball. You can run. You probably get the 1st down.
Yep.
But you're looking to make a play and maybe overthink that one. That's one that you can learn from for future weeks.
And now it's 3rd and 11 at the 31. Skyview with a tough down and distance here. Stokes throws over the middle, complete, 1st down to the 15-yard line. 2nd big play in this drive for Nixon Baum.
Yeah, really. Go ahead.
He had the 41-yard gain earlier.
He did, and I like this route. He gives a little bit of just a stutter right at the top of that as he cuts in, and Tucker Stokes able to see it, put the ball on a spot.
First time they've converted a 3rd and long in this game.
Good call.
They overcome the penalty. 1st and 10 at the 17. Stokes goes down for a 3-yard loss.
You know, one of the things that Coach Alder talked about was this O-line maturing, and we saw some missed blocks in that first quarter. This drive, they've been much better. I mean, there's been time there for Tucker to be able to make a read, evaluate the defense, decide what he wants to do with football. It's really made a difference. I know there's a loss on that play, but they were moving it there, and that O-line had a nice drive.
I think Sydenham gets credit for that sack. They may have to split it when they watch the film. Morgan's D-line has been playing great. There's a throw to the far side. Is it complete, or was he juggling? He's got it.
Baum again.
Again, it's Nixon Baum, his 3rd catch on this drive. And so that's going to give him a 3rd and short. They're going to mark him just inside the 10-yard line. Looks like I got about maybe 2.5 yards to go here on third down.
Pretty clear he's looking for 17 on this drive.
Toss to the near side. Sparrow. Oh, big hit right at the first down marker. Where are they going to spot it? He was close. If he'd fallen forward, he would have had it. I think he's going to be short, though. It's going to be 4th and a yard.
Look at this hit by Bridger Schiffman. Running up. I love the toss here to Sparrow. Just boom. Man.
Now we got a timeout on the field. It's 4th and 1 with 2:16 left in the half. Timeout, Morgan. We're back in a moment.
Some people are born to solve problems, to lead the charge, to build better solutions, to be the driving force behind advanced technologies, to strengthen digital defenses. They're the experts our future needs. Find your brilliance at Weber State.
Welcome back to Morgan High School. 4th and 1 for Skyview. They trail 34-0. 2:16 to go in the first half. But they got a chance to get on the board before halftime here at the 7-yard line, facing a 4th and 1. Some scores to pass along. Syracuse is blowing out Granger 31-0 in the second quarter. Bingham is 6-0 over Alta in the middle of the second quarter. On 4th and 1, did they get it? It is so close. You're going to have to bring the chains out and measure this.
I think he got, that far linesman. I thought he had the spot, but where that ball is, I don't know. What do you think?
I think they're going to have to measure it.
Oh, come on.
I don't think they should eyeball
give me a take.
I think he's short where they spotted it.
Short?
I think he's short, but I think they need to measure it. It's 4th down. I don't think you should eyeball it.
Does anyone have an index card? You remember that?
I sure remember that. We should mention the ticker is brought to you by Huntsman School of Business. Utah State University, the Huntsman School of Business, bringing you the ticker. Only a couple games tonight, full schedule tomorrow night. We'll have a game for you on Saturday as well. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be at Skyline and Olympus. Battle for the Rock.
Gonna be great. Week 2 feels early for that, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
But it's such a great game.
Yep. Where are you going to be tomorrow?
I'm going to be in studio. We got the Friday night tailgate, so we'll have our pregame show at 6:30.
And I've been mentioning 5.3 as they're bringing it out to measure right now. Let's check the measurement.
Yeah, I think it's going to be short.
They're marking the chain back at the 15 before they stretch it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is going to be short.
Oh, boy. That's
quite a bit
good
short.
Yard.
Yeah, quite a bit short. So Morgan holds on downs, and the offense will take over. We should mention, I've been mentioning 5.3. If you have an over-the-air antenna, you can go to 5.3, and it's now all local sports. It's got the KSL Sports Zone, the talk shows on during the day. We've got high school football live on Thursday and Friday nights. We rerun the other games that still stream live at KSL Sports and the KSL Sports app. And some of them you can find at YouTube or on our Facebook page and wherever. But primarily the KSLSports.com, the KSL Sports app. They will be rerun Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and all week long. There's a quick throw to the near side and a short gain.
It's also going to be your home for postseason high school sports. So your football playoff games, state championship games, semifinals, all going to be on 5.3 as well as streaming on KSLSports.com. Super excited about that.
Have some girls volleyball for you. I called volleyball in college at UC Santa Barbara, and it comes around late in the career.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, there's a tough snap. Gilson handles it, though. Rolls out, in trouble. Hit, throws, incomplete. He had a man open.
Yes, he did.
Thurston was open, but he got rocked, and he is still on his knees in the end zone.
Yep,
yeah, he's feeling it. He's up now.
I think that might have been Drayson Shepard. I think it was 28 who came flying in. That's a sophomore, 6'2", 180. He put a big hit on Gilson. You talk about girls volleyball. That's one of the most unheralded sports in this state. It's really good in Utah. It doesn't get a lot of publicity or coverage. It's phenomenal, though.
It's very good. The high schools are cranking out a lot of college athletes, very high level, and it draws really well. They play the finals at UVU. There's a ball over the top, wide open, complete. Morgan is hit on the big play. Rhett Larson is gone. 3rd and 8 at the 9. It's a 91-yard touchdown pass.
Boy, what vision there by Owen to see this. Just a busted coverage. They just don't pick him up. I think he's got safety help over the top. Does not. And Rhett Larson, boy, what a game for the junior. Be it on the ground, through the air, he has been spectacular tonight to provide great balance and depth for the Trojans.
Larson to the end zone to make it 40-0. Morgan, and on for another extra point. Here's Seth Turner. Cooper Allen to hold. Allen had a really good hold, handled a low snap earlier in the game. This was right on the money. And the kick is good, and it is 41-0. We're back in a moment on 5.3 and KSLSports.com.
If you're ready to turn your passion for beauty into a career, choose the school setting the standard. At Skin Science Institute, you'll learn in a beautiful, state-of-the-art facility with more advanced treatment training than any other aesthetic school in Utah. Our industry-leading curriculum provides advanced, hands-on training with real clients using the latest technology in a clinical learning environment. Parents can feel confident in a nationally accredited program committed to student success. Skin Science Institute, where your future begins.
You never know how life's best adventures might begin. Our closest friends can often come by surprise. Our favorite memories are shaped by the experiences we share. Our brightest moments happen when someone believes in us. See yourself in a brilliant future at Weber State.
Welcome back to Morgan High School. The Trojans at home making themselves very comfortable. They went up the ridgeline and lost last week. It's a learning experience, and that is on full display tonight here against Skyview. Seth Turner with another Skin Science Institute kickoff, and after a series of touchbacks, the leg must be getting tired. He hooked that one. Goes out. That's a penalty, and Skyview is going to get a little better field position here.
Yeah, see if, really that last drive, they have some nice plays to get down the field, see if they can build on that here late in this first half. 1:23 to go. Great opportunity to practice really your 2-minute offense, right? You've got a couple timeouts here, but given they had some success on that last drive, see if they can work down the field, get in field goal range, or get a touchdown here, get a little bit of positive momentum, feeling good heading into that locker room.
1:23 to go in the first half. Skyview able to get a little protection, throw the ball on the last drive. They'll throw it here, incomplete, and we're going to have a flag. The referee had a really good view. The umpire there had a good view. Did not throw the flag. I wondered if he would.
Yep.
The linesman on the near side does throw it, and it'll be pass interference against Morgan. And Skyline pick up a first down.
You see that hand, that right hand kind of reached around the torso there. I thought it was a pass interference, but
yeah, the umpire could be screened off it. And so maybe that's a call that is easier to be made from further away just because you have a much better angle, even though you're further away.
One of the things we don't appreciate when we watch this game, those officials all have assignments of what they're looking for, where they're looking, and that you may be right. That might be one for that linesman to be able to pick up.
Minute 19 to go in the half. 1st and 10 at midfield. Throw to the near side. Stokes has to unload under pressure. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Looking for Bohm again. And that time Neuenschwander stays on top of that route. Knows he's not going to give up anything deep. And the throw there just pushes him a little bit wide, unable to connect. But you see Stokes not forcing anything there, right? Kind of taking what he's got.
Stokes to throw again. Back stays in and gives him a good block. Oh, he slips and down he goes. A loss of a yard.
And that's the tricky part if you're Skyview in this scenario. That clock's going to keep running, but just bring 3 that time. So you're dropping 8. Not a lot of room down the field. You call a lot of deep routes. That the time isn't there to make those plays against 8 in coverage. And so you see Stokes, he's going to have to be pretty decisive here in this final minute with where he wants to go with the football, to be on the ground or down the field.
Good block by Rad Sparrow there, running back. All running backs are able to pick up the bigger player. He did. Bought Stokes a little bit of time. Clock running, 36 seconds left in the half. Stokes rolling, throwing, throws it away. Stops the clock with 29 seconds to go in the half. It'll be 3rd and 12.
I think it's going to be 4th. Yeah.
Yeah, it is 4th. They're slow to move the marker there on the far side, but they do.
And this is where, 29 seconds left. They're going to punt it. I think this is the right call. The way Morgan's been able to move this football, I don't think you want to give him the ball at midfield.
And we're going to have a new punter. On to punt. Fanua will boot this ball away. Neuschwander and Thurston back to return this punt. Down the sideline and out of bounds inside the 30. And we'll take a break. You're watching high school football on 5.3 and KSLSports.com.
Hi, I'm Chase, and this is my story.
Chase travels the country playing competitive hockey.
I can learn here. I can even learn here.
Train anywhere, from the ice to the books. Utah Online School surrounds students with a team that helps them strive, grow, and compete at their highest level.
I can learn anywhere.
Built for focus, powered by support. One team, one shared goal. Visit utahonline.org today.
Welcome back to Morgan High School. 1st and 10 for Morgan. Gilson flush from the pocket. Underthrown incomplete. 2nd down. 19 seconds left in the half with Morgan up 41-0.
I feel like the Skyview defense settled in. I know we had a busted coverage, previous drive, but I feel like that front is doing a better job of being able to get in the backfield, get some pressure on Gilson a little bit. You see that time kind of forced him to his right, ran out of time and space.
Well, they haven't given up all 41 points. There's a pick 6 to start the game and a couple of real short fields mixed in. There's the throw down the sideline, complete. Thurston has it out of bounds, and he'll have the first down to stop the clock with 14.7 seconds left. They're throwing 45, 1st and 10.
Great touch on that throw by Gilson, just able to just float it right over the top, right to Thurston, almost kind of lead him out of bounds to get that clock stopped as well.
Gilson looking downfield, stepping up, taking off across midfield. First down, 45 down to the 41. And they've got a timeout to use if they want. And they stop the clock with 7 seconds left. Oh, now they run the clock. Maybe they didn't have a timeout. I thought they did.
I thought they did too.
They're hustling up to the line, but the clock hits 0, and that will do it. Maybe it's 41-0. You don't use the timeout. It is 41-0. It is halftime. Your thoughts here on the first half, Dane?
Well, I think, you got to love the response from Morgan. We talk about the loss 42-28. The offense, the defense in particular, has really set the tone early. And, that just launched them on a trajectory right now, flying to the moon. Super impressive. Be interesting to see the second half. Skyview tries to make any adjustments, try to get resettled in this. But, man, Morgan looks super impressive here early.
All right, it is halftime. We'll take a break. Be back with the halftime show. Morgan dominating the opening 24 minutes. They lead Skyview 41-0.
It's a busy morning in your house, but for you, it's just another day. You're the one who makes it all happen. The school runs, the practices, and don't forget the recitals. But one day, everything changed when a sudden accident left you injured with your vehicle wrecked. As Utah's original personal injury law firm, our team at Robert J. DeBry has the experience to get you the compensation you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Everyone knows that having a good credit history makes it easier to save money and get approved for the things in life you need, like credit cards, auto loans, home loans, and a lot more. But here's the problem. Building your credit history takes time. That's why UCCU created Credit Builder, an innovative loan program designed to help you build your credit history and raise your credit score. Visit UCCU.com to start building or rebuilding your credit today. UCCU. Love where you bank.
Heavy duty isn't just a feature, it's a process. That's why Trailer Boss exclusively works with manufacturers as committed to the craft as we are. And that's how heavy duty happens.
Hi, I'm Chase, and this is my story.
Chase travels the country playing competitive hockey.
I can learn here. Here, I can even learn here.
Train anywhere, from the ice to the books. Utah Online School surrounds students with a team that helps them strive, grow, and compete at their highest level.
I can learn anywhere.
Built for focus, powered by support. One team, one shared goal. Visit utahonline.org today.
If you're ready to turn your passion for beauty into a career, choose the school setting the standard. At Skin Science Institute, you'll learn in a beautiful, state-of-the-art facility with more advanced treatment training than any other aesthetic school in Utah. Our industry-leading curriculum provides advanced, hands-on training with real clients using the latest technology in a clinical learning environment. Parents can feel confident in a nationally accredited program committed to student success. Skin Science Institute, where your future begins.
Nobody in Utah has more Toyota trucks than Orem Toyota. With multiple Toyota locations, we simply carry more trucks than anyone. And every single one comes with one simple promise. The price you see online is the price you pay. That's our full offering price with every dealer add-on and a $499 dock fee included. You only add tax, title, and registration. No games, no gimmicks, and no surprises. Orem Toyota, you lead the way. Shop every truck online today at oremtoyota.com.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Game Night Live halftime show. We hope you've enjoyed this week's game so far. You know, each week of the high school football season, our KSL sports team votes on the top 5 plays that we've seen during the week. It's a little something we call the Game Night 5. Also, our talented producers, they take some great music, they mash it up with some of the top video of the week from the high school football field, which creates the very popular Game Night Live highlight reel. We'll be bringing both of those segments to you right here during this halftime show. Then afterwards, stick around for the second half of the game, of course, and then join us back here on the KSL Sports app, the KSL app, KSLSports.com, or the KSL Sports YouTube page for our post-game show, Game Night Live, every Friday night at 10:35. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you tonight after the game.
For the rest of 2026, we won't go another weekend without football. Doesn't that sound great?
That's awesome.
It all started this week as the high school football season officially kicked off right here in Utah.
Yeah, and you know, with that comes the beginning of another season of Game Night Live. Of course, every weekend, KSL Sports will bring you games on KSL TV 5.3. KSL Sports app, KSLSports.com, and KSL Sports YouTube. Jared will have those games every Friday night. But also coming with every weekend edition of Game Night Live comes the Game Night Live highlight reel.
The wait is over.
sounds good right now. You might have to wait till tomorrow night, but take a look. See if you want to get them. Come up and see us. A couple more small services to do.
Where life grows, home begins. Bank of Utah.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
Strong Volkswagen is setting you free. Free from high payments and high interest rates. It's our Freedom to Drive sale. Lease a new 2026 Volkswagen Jetta S from $199 a month. It rates as low as 1.9% APR. Or save up to $5,000 on select new VW models. Plus oil changes are only $59.95. And every vehicle is backed with our no-charge lifetime warranty. Only at Strong Volkswagen. Break free from high prices during our Freedom to Drive sale. Visit strongvw.com.
It's in the thrill of starting strong, making gains. It's the real connections in between. It's in the satisfaction of being on the move. That brilliant feeling of getting somewhere.
It's a busy morning in your house, but for you, it's just another day. You're the one who makes it all happen. The school runs, the practices, and don't forget the recitals. But one day, everything changed when a sudden accident left you injured with your vehicle wrecked. As Utah's original personal injury law firm, our team at Robert J. DeBry has the experience to get you the compensation you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Recording it, and then we'll go back to break.
Okay, you want to come in then? Yeah. All right.
Welcome back to Morgan High School at the half. 41-0. The Trojans are rolling. 21 points in the first quarter, 20 in the second. Gilson throwing 3 touchdown passes and spreading those around to 3 different receivers. It's been an impressive performance. The pick 6 got things started. Let's revisit our Trucordia players to watch. And unfortunately, we haven't seen much of Skyview's Peyton Palmer, except when he's been punting. They haven't been able to get the ball down the field to him because honestly, Morgan's defensive line has been winning big time.
Yeah, big time. And they haven't had a lot of time to get their tight end engaged, but he has done a nice job today on defense, right? I think he's done a nice job of flying in, making some stops and some tackles there. But we talk about how pivotal he was for this offense last week with the receiving touchdown and 91 yards through the air. That has not been there today for Skyview. They've had to go other directions with this offense. Felt like they found a little bit of rhythm with Bohm and others, but Peyton has had a nice job defensively here for this Skyview defense.
Now, on the other side of the ball, Morgan, we took a look at Cruise as our Trucordia player to watch. He had the 2 pick 6s last week, and there have been a lot of guys making big plays on defense, but he's been certainly right there on the list. We've called his name multiple times tonight.
Yeah, had the fumble recovery on the second drive of the game.
Yep.
But then he has been in there creating a lot of ruckus along with the rest of the front 7 of Morgan. And
I thought you'd go Rick Majerus there. Havoc. A lot of havoc.
I'll get there. I'm not quite at Rick's level, but maybe one of these days. But be it Cade Spence or Quade Mybos, I mean, it's just been a whole host of guys for this Morgan defense. Assay's been there. He's still made an impact. This Morgan defense has been super impressive tonight, and I'm actually really excited to see how the rest of the year goes for them with the talent they have, especially in that front 7, because doesn't look like there's a lot of room to run and not a lot of time afforded to the opposing quarterbacks.
They are at Park City next week. In 2 weeks, they're home to Bountiful, and in 3 weeks, they go to Nevada to play Faith Lutheran.
You talked about they're not afraid to schedule up. I mean, that Bountiful team is always a team make a deep run. Park City, boy, they look good.
I saw Bountiful in the opener at Harriman, and that's, a 5A school playing up against a 6A, and that was a rough game for Bountiful in the first half.
Yeah.
And it was a little better in the third quarter, except they couldn't block Castro. And Castro just created havoc and had 3 sacks in the third quarter. But you can see Bountiful starting to get together, and they were down 19-0. They kept battling in the fourth quarter. You could just see them improve over the course of the game. They got two touchdowns and made it a close game.
Experienced quarterback. When you have an experienced quarterback, that makes a big deal. Bountiful's got one. They got to find a running game, but they're going to be a good team this year.
For Skyview, they'll be at Spanish Fork next week and at Bear River in 2 weeks, back home to face Mountain Crest September 11th. We're going to take a break. We're back with the third quarter kickoff in a moment.
That's fair.
Why did I choose Huntsman? To get real experience, real support, and a career focus from day one. Instead of regular classes on Fridays, we dive into workshops, build our network, and grow together. At the Huntsman School, we forge lifelong friendships, support each other through challenges, and celebrate our wins. Here, students graduate with experience and jobs waiting. We dare mighty things together. That's the Huntsman difference. Learn more at huntsman.usu.edu.
This button right here. This.
What? Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
For those who run on grit, who are driven by more, who need a trailer that can keep up, make moves with Trailer Boss. Unrivaled selection, unparalleled service. No comparison. Trailer Boss. Make boss moves.
Did that just so that you had a buffer between ads?
Come back.
Yeah, so you
Still got our warm-up time.
Okay, so now he decides to exercise. Yes, this was the best angle.
Life can get a little messy.
No way. Oh my God. Oh my God. Best day ever.
Some taps create chaos.
No.
TapSpend gives you 1% cash back when you spend and 2.75% APY when you don't. Tap responsibly. Visit tapbank.com.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, hold up, sweetie. Hospital bills from the accident piled up and insurance company just won't pay for it. Bike's gotta go.
After a car wreck, the insurance company wants you to settle fast for less than you deserve. Don't let them.
Before you talk to the insurance company, talk to us.
Craig Swap and Associates fights to make sure you don't leave money on the table. One call, that's all.
801-444-4444.
When do you want to come back? There's a minute left.
Nobody in Utah has more Toyota trucks than Orem Toyota. With multiple Toyota locations, we simply carry more trucks than anyone. And every single one comes with one simple promise. The price you see online is the price you pay. That's our full offering price with every dealer add-on and a $499 dock fee included. You only add tax, title, and registration. No games, no gimmicks, and no surprises. Orem Toyota, you lead the way. Shop every truck online today at oremtoyota.com.
Welcome back to Morgan High School. The Trojans have dominated the first half. They lead Skyview 41-0, and Skyview is going to kick off to start the third quarter here. Morgan's going to get the ball first. We got a new rule this year. You want to explain to people what will happen with the score so lopsided?
Yeah, so second half, over a 35-point lead, running clock in effect. And then the new rule is fourth quarter, if there's a 44-point separation, the game is over. So, if Morgan scores a touchdown in this third quarter on a running clock nonetheless, and if Skyview doesn't score in this third, then we would not play a fourth quarter. The game would be considered complete at the end of 3, and we head home.
We had a game last week that was 57-0. The team got in front by 57 points, 3 quarters, and so they didn't have a fourth quarter at all. So we'll see how that goes. Skyview had a chance to score late in the half. They were down at the 7-yard line and couldn't get it in the end zone, and obviously, that would have taken back to a 34-point margin, at which point, and I've been at those games where you're in a running clock, but a team scores, and then at 34, you go back to the stop clock. So Skyview kicks off the Skin Science Institute kickoff down to the 6-yard line where it can be returned and will be by George Thurston, who breaks into the open across the 40, out to midfield and out of bounds right about the midfield stripe.
Kind of feels fitting the way that first half went, right? The way that Morgan started, especially they had a lot of short fields and even starting at midfield in this second half, third quarter, they get a nice return, 40-plus yards to midfield where they'll have a great starting field position here to start this third quarter.
Looks like they're spotting him out. We could not see where he stepped out of bounds because our view is blocked by the Morgan players on the sideline.
Which is fascinating because you look at this, look at that, how big that Morgan sideline is. There's a lot of players on this Morgan team, and it's a 3A program. But, man, they get such great participation here and have for years.
If you have a great youth program,
and
everybody's playing growing up, and, you have the B teams and all that, you don't have cuts, you keep everybody playing. And then if you choose, do you decide to dress your sophomore team or freshman team or whatever? All that's a factor. But I think it comes down to Morgan's growing like the rest of Utah. And the football team's been so good for so long. Everybody plays football. There's a throw down the middle. Wide open. Complete. Big gain. Touchdown saving tackle there as George Thurston hauls that in for a huge gain. Nixon Baum makes the tackle to save the touchdown.
Said it'd be a matter of time. And you talk about Baum coming over. Fortunate that he saw that because it was kind of on his backside, but able to get around, see that, and make the stop. What would have been a no doubt touchdown.
25-yard gain. Gilson hitting on another big play. Gilson rolling, throwing down the field, complete. George Thurston out of bounds, first and goal. What a quick drive. Morgan comes out, and they are going for it right out of the gate. 2 big pass plays.
Don't know if we'll see this route combination. I love the design on the outside. You see Thurston, that little wheel coming underneath and then turning vertical and able to find room up the sideline just like that. 2 plays, first and goal.
Going to throw again. Out in flat to Thurston. And stood up. Now can they push the pile? We got a rugby scrum now. And the whistle blows, and it looks like the ball will be about the 3-yard line. So a gain of 3, second and goal.
He would have been really close. Of course, those whistles, you start to let up and whatnot. But, boy, they've been targeting George here this third quarter. They're going 3-3-3, huh?
I think we see the game plan. I think it's pretty clear.
Hey, go get the touchdown here, right? They scored their opening touchdown offensively was a little 1-yard screen to Thurston.
Yep. I mentioned the half, Gilson with 3 touchdown passes. They're going to throw here, it looks like. And caught. Touchdown, Morgan. And it is, guess who?
George Thurston.
Shocker.
Caught every pass on this drive and ends up a little fade route here for Thurston. And we talk about his ability to go up, get the ball. That is just beautiful. As there it is. Of course, third quarter, right? So again, that clock's still running. It does have to be in the fourth quarter, but that separation now in place if this Skyview offense can't find a way to get points.
Seth Turner on for another point after. Cooper Allen to hold. Allen reaches back, pulls it in. Allen's done a nice job holding tonight. The extra point's good. We're back with the kickoff.
No good.
Oh, it was no good. Was
No
it
good.
wide? Okay.
Missed it wide.
All right, Mr. White. Well, we'll stay at 47-0. We're back in a moment. Welcome back to Morgan High School, 47-0. The Trojans leading the Skyview Bobcats. It is time for a Skin Science Institute kickoff. Seth Turner been pretty good providing touchbacks tonight, although he did have that kickoff late in the half that went out of bounds, so we'll see what he does with this one.
Fortunately, he was able to get some Gatorade, right, and hope that will help replenish the old leg there.
Sends this down the middle. The return. Oh, they're going to pitch it back, too. Nixon bomb. Across the 30-yard line, out close to the 35, and Skyview with some nice field position. Let's check some scores from around the state. Two other games tonight. Syracuse leads Granger 52-0 at the half. Bingham leads Alta 6-0. They're just starting the third quarter. So we got three games. We got three shutouts in progress right now.
That Alta team, boy, they had a great come from behind victory last week. How about Bingham holding them scoreless in that first half? That's a good start for them. Such a great long-term rivalry, that Bingham Alta team game, and be fun to see how that one turns out.
Tickers brought to you by John N. Hudson School of Business at Utah State University. Quick throw and a short gain there for Nixon Baum. They've had to go to a quick throw game just because of the pass rush from Morgan has been excellent. The Morgan D-line has been winning.
And Baum's been the guy, right? And he's been the primary target for this offense. I love the way he stepped up for this offense late in that first half and here to start this third.
Four receivers to the right, and they'll throw it to the inside receiver. It's complete. First down, out close to midfield. And we got a new receiver here. That was
I think that was Drake Baum.
That was Drake Baum catching that ball, yes.
Yeah, just a sophomore. But one of the youngsters that Coach Alder thinks has a big future in this program.
I try to run it a couple of tough yards right up the middle for Skyview. Brad Sparrow, the ball carrier.
Will Pace able to get in on that stop. We talk about these two backs in Miles Sydenham and Will Pace. They both play defense, and Sydenham, that nose guard, and Pace, one of the linebackers. So a lot of guys playing both ways for Morgan, impacting both sides of the ball.
Crusade came off, looked a little shaken up as he took his helmet off. Without him out there, the defense still performing. Again, Morgan playing in Skyview's backfield. Really no chance there for Bridget Neuenschwander there as he's taken down for a loss.
Yeah, look at Pace come up.
Brad Sparrow.
Yeah, Pace coming up there, not touched. Beautiful job. It's 3-4. We talked about this 3-4 defense. Those linebackers can flow. They find the hole. They attack, and Pace has done that all night long.
Morgan is just getting upfield, snap after snap. Clock running. We're under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Morgan leading 47-0. Skyview trying to get on the board. Stokes outside the containment, midfield, and out of bounds, close to the first down marker. Looks like he's got it. They're going to mark him out at the 41. He needed to get to the 42. He gets an extra yard, moves the chains.
This is a great decision by Stokes. That pressure coming by Pace, he just steps around it. He keeps his eyes looking down the field, but he doesn't force anything. We saw maybe earlier trying to make the big play. This time just takes what he gets and gets the first down to keep the drive alive here.
Wouldn't be surprised here to see them put more sprint out stuff. As again, he gets outside the contain, throws on the run, throws low and safe, incomplete. But again, stay away from the turnover.
And one of the things that Tucker Stokes brings when I talk with Coach Alder is this young man is a competitor and he's confident. So even though you look at this score and think, oh man, do you need to maybe save him for next week? No, like he's going to go out there, he's going to compete, and has a lot of confidence in this offense and his ability. And sometimes it's just about, again, helping him simplify the game for him so he knows where to go with that football. And we've seen shades of that in that second quarter and here on this drive.
2nd and 10. Stokes had him leaning there at the line of scrimmage. They might want to try a hard count here, see if they can get you 5 easy yards. I have not seen a lot of penalties here on a week 2 game. Stokes steps up. 35-30, first down, showing his speed. Can't run all the way around this Morgan defense, and he wisely turns upfield, gets the last couple of yards to the 22-yard line, a big gain and another first down for Skyview.
You see him just being comfortable to tuck that ball and run, right? If that's what you have on that play due to this pass rush, then take the yards they'll give you. A couple chunk runs here for Stokes, and they're knocking on the doorstep of the red zone.
Running clock, 47-0, 5 minutes left, third quarter. Stokes the pitch. Oh, that was a nice catch. That was a little low. Sparrow pulls it in, but he's taken down for a 3-yard loss. Skyview needs to score here if they're going to extend this game, or the third quarter is going to be the last quarter.
I mean, this could be their last drive if they don't get points, which is kind of crazy.
Well, there's certainly been some lopsided scores in Utah football over the years, and I think we can all agree 63-0 doesn't do anybody any favors.
It does not.
I am stunned that this game has gone this way.
I did not foresee this at all. I thought this was going to be a very competitive game between these two programs, and just that early start, it just felt like an avalanche coming.
Stokes, away from pressure, gets rid of it, trying to avoid the sack, but it's still going to be 3rd and long.
That did not.
I didn't see a flag come out. I know you're thinking grounding, right?
I am. I'm going to have to go back and double check myself on the rule book. I thought it had to pass the line of scrimmage. But
they're not throwing a flag. It's going to be 3rd down.
I'll go check my sources.
And 14 in what is clearly, this is a 4-down situation here, without a doubt. So they don't have to get it all. Nixon Baum has been the go-to receiver tonight. Of all the receivers, he has clearly made the most plays downfield. They fake the toss. A lot of pressure. Stokes throws on the run, and he's been pretty accurate on the run, but not there.
How about Will Pace bursting through again? Man, they have brought him on a lot of pressures on this drive, and he's just able to find that hole in that offensive line. He has gotten to Tucker Stokes a lot, forcing him to get outside of that pocket and make decisions. And Stokes has done a nice job with that on this drive, but that time trying to get that ball away and just missed his target, and here's maybe the game.
4th and 15. They should not take a delay of game here. Just take a timeout if you need it. He went all the way over to Stokes went all the way to the sideline to get the play. I mean, 4th and 15 is hard enough. You don't need 4th and 20. Well, they get the snap off, and Stokes is going to throw over to the end zone and out of bounds. Uncatchable ball there, trying to find Baum, who was well covered.
Yep.
Neuenschwander was there on the coverage, and he was right with him step for step. So Morgan holds to keep the shutout intact. 2:33 to go. We'll take a break. You're watching high school football on KSLSports.com and 5.3.
Come on over here. Get closer. Let me show you these trailers we got. Big dump, small dump. Get the gooseneck. Loaded up with an ATV trailer. Flatbed. Aluminum. Tilt trailers. Come check out these trailers.
2:33 to go in the third quarter. Morgan with the 47-point lead. The mercy rule could be in effect here. We may not have a fourth quarter as they run it on first down and get nothing. Breaking up that whole sequence and flow they had where they simply dropped back and threw the ball to Thurston on every single play.
You know, you talked about on that last drive, Bridger Neuenschwander was back in coverage. I've been super impressed with the junior DB tonight for Morgan. It feels like he's done a really nice job in coverage. Had the one pass interference call. Other than that, it feels like he's done a great job of being in the right position, covering guys, and just really taking away options for this Skyview offense.
Clock is moving toward what looks like the end of the game. There's a fumble and Skyview recovers. Skyview has it. First turnover for Morgan. Skyview's got their best field position of the game. And with 2:08 to go in the third, they have a chance to score and extend this game.
You see that ball just popped out. I mean, it was almost like the contact was there right when that back was able to receive it, and just right spot at the right time. That ball comes out, and heady play. They're able to recover it. Now, the first short field here for Skyridge. 2 minutes go. Can they take advantage here in the third? Skyview. 2 minutes go. See if they can take advantage. Man, I
Too many
soaked
skies.
all night, and then
Skyview, Skyline, Skyridge.
Yeah, I know.
Only surpassed by your Mountain View,
Ridge,
your Mountain
Ridge,
Crest, your Mountain Ridge.
North Ridge, right? Mountain Ridge, Ridge Line.
Don't start your Norths. That's out of control. Your North San Pete, your North Severes, your North Ridges. All right, Stokes rolling. Stokes throwing complete. And a nice gain on first down. And it looks like they hit Peyton Palmer.
Might have been Stetson Summers,
I think
actually.
it's 0 instead of 8. I'm struggling with 0 and 8 from this distance.
It's so hard. It's so hard, especially.
No, he's coming back over here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 0.
All right, fine. Stetson Summers. Throw over the middle. Summers was open. They go the other side, though, and it's Baum, and he's got the first down, and he's down inside the 10. It's going to be first and goal. Skyview, 1:32 left in the third. They need to score before the quarter ends.
Yeah, this is. Who would have ever thought a 47-0 game would be so nerve-wracking here, these final seconds of this third quarter?
Stokes pressured. Oh, puts a little air under it, but not quite enough as he tried to drop it off to Semenoff there. Second down.
It's the right idea. You have the back leaking out and that pressure coming up the middle. If you can just connect with them. But we're inside a minute.
Running inside a minute. They maybe have 2 plays here. They need to use their timeouts. They need to use their timeouts to extend this. It's second down. You got to take 3 shots at the end zone.
Pressure.
Stokes. Oh, they're coming. He's got to get rid of it. They rush 6. They rush 6 and drop 5, and he unloads.
Clock's
running.
35.
35 seconds to go.
There's
it's
the
third
timeout.
down timeout.
This is crazy, isn't it?
It really is. What an unusual situation. We're back with more in a moment. Stay with us here on 5.3, KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app.
I like this.
This Morgan kid got hurt. I saw him. He didn't go in at halftime. I think he was holding his number, and I couldn't quite tell. I thought it was 30. They don't have it. Oh, it's me. He doesn't look hurt, but where is he?
Where life grows, home begins.
Okay.
Bank of Utah.
You want to come back?
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome back to Morgan High. A little late third quarter drama in a 47-0 game. We've got the new rule. Fourth quarter, if it's a 44-point lead, the game's over. So to extend the game, Skyview needs to score here in the third quarter.
And
they've got
down.
third and goal at the 7, and they use it the first of their 3 timeouts, and they can't stop the clock because it's running clock.
Yep.
So they'll need to use a timeout after this play if they don't score. Stokes to the end zone. He's got a man. Caught. Did he get his feet down? No. Nixon, Baum makes the catch, but the referee immediately signals incomplete. He must have been across the side of the end zone there.
Boy, that was a great call. The clock is still running. It's down to 15.
They got to go,
Here
or they
it
got to
is.
burn a timeout. 11, 10, they get it snap. Stokes,
Same play.
end zone, Baum, incomplete. Morgan holds, and that should be the game right there as the third quarter ends.
Jarek McCleary stepped in front of that route, was expecting it. Same route design, same player, far side. And it's McCleary who comes up to get a hand on it to close out the third quarter.
Some of the fans are sitting expecting a fourth quarter, and others up applauding, realizing they know the new rule. And that ends the game. So, an unusual situation here with this new rule. The game comes to a close as Morgan holds on downs for the second time in the game. They get the shutout. They get the 47-0 win. Both teams are now 1-1 as Skyview suffers their first loss. Morgan picks up their first win. We'll be back with some post-game comments in a moment as Morgan shuts out Skyview 47-0.
whatsoever.
Welcome back to Morgan High, where the game has ended unexpectedly early. What is this, a game from the 1980s? The thing's over before 9 o'clock. But we saw this last week. We saw it this week. We're going to see this periodically throughout the season. Morgan came out with big plays early in the game, and the mercy rule comes into effect with a 47-point lead. The game over after 3 quarters as Morgan dominates. And it started with the first play from scrimmage, and the pick six, as Cade Spence stepped into the passing lane, undercut the route, made a juggling catch. Nice hand. Got his left hand on it, popped it in the air, grabbed it, and nothing but green grass between him and the goal line.
And it didn't get a lot better for Skyview because the next possession, it was a fumble that Cruasay was able to jump on, led to a short 1-yard touchdown pass to Thurston. The turnovers early just caused so many problems for Skyview. They were in such a deficit, just difficult to overcome the situation they kind of put themselves in with the tough first half start.
21-0 after 1 quarter, 41-0 at the half. Gilson to Thurston in the third quarter to make it 47-0. And that is our final score. For Skyview, they're going to have to go watch the film, figure it out, and go back to work. They're at Spanish Fork next week and at Bear River in a couple weeks. So for Morgan, a trip to Park City.
Yeah.
Park City's all grown up, right? Park City's growing. It's not a 3A school anymore.
You could take the back roads to that game, right?
I took the back roads to get here. I was in Salt Lake, and I saw the Davis County traffic, and I headed up. I headed up 80 through Parley's Canyon, up to 84, came down 84, and avoided the traffic.
That'll be a great game. Kind of the game of the Wasatch back north, right? But that should be a fun one. Learn a lot about Park City and see if Morgan can keep building. You think about where they started last week, where they are right now. Boy, such an impressive turnaround in 1 week for Coach Barlow's group.
There are some teams that Morgan has really, going back to the days, when there were only 4 classes and they were playing 2A football. They have a great rivalry with Grantsville. They have a great rivalry with Park City, and they'll see Park City next week, and they see Grantsville in early October. So looking forward to that.
A lot of great games coming up, right? We got great games for you tomorrow night on 5.3 on KSLSports.com and all year long. And man, just an impressive outing tonight for Morgan, and they'll see if they can keep it going.
Just updating you on the other 2 games tonight. Syracuse is dominating Granger. I think we're going to see a mercy rule situation there, 52-0 at the half. Bingham leading Alta 12-0 in the middle of the third quarter. So those are the other games tonight. Tomorrow night, I'll be at the Skyline Olympus game. That is awesome. A lot of trash talking at the radio station today. I saw Nate Dowdle, our boss, and he was running around making the O because he's an Olympus Titan. And then I saw Jake Scott. I don't want to repeat what Jake had to say, but he went to Skyline and let's just say he wasn't looking for Nate today. He thought Nate had a bad attitude.
And just a reminder, whatever game you go to tomorrow night, join us at 6:30 on KSLSports.com and on 5.3 as we'll have our pregame show. We'll outline the big games tomorrow night and then go check out your game. And then always join us afterwards for our postgame show. You can catch that on 97.5, 5.3, and on KSLSports.com.
And for those of you who don't understand 5.3, if you have an over-the-air HD antenna, you can watch high school football in HD every Thursday and Friday night, live at 7 o'clock. And after the game ends, we rerun other games. Now, this is ending an hour early tonight, so I don't know exactly how this is going to be handled. It's the first time. So I would just stick around and be surprised with the rest of us. But then the games rerun all week. We run some podcasts. Also, you can turn on and you can watch the radio, which I never thought was a thing. And now it's happening all across the country, both locally and nationally. Yep. So you can watch the KSL Sports Zone at home on cable. It's on Comcast cable right now. And you can see it on channel 381. 5.3 runs on Comcast cable, Xfinity, channel 381. As far as the other providers, as the licensing agreements comes up and the retransmission agreements, technical TV term there, some lawyer jargon for you. You'll start to see the channel on other providers, but right now it's over the air. And of course, you can stream it wherever you are on KSLSports.com and the KSL Sports app. Had Ron McBride in studio this morning, and Mac has a lot of players coaching, both at the high school and college level. We had him on. We did one segment on BYU in Utah because he's literally the only person who gets to go to closed practices at both schools. It's hilarious. And he's careful, but he will tell you what he thinks of groups, but he doesn't give up too much specific stuff because there's rules even for him, right? But then we spent a whole segment with him, and you can watch this wherever you get your podcast. You can go to KSLSports.com. The second segment with Ron McBride, it got out of hand. We started telling stories. It went like 30 minutes. Blew out the clock. But he went through at the start when we were seriously doing good sports talk radio or streaming or podcasting or TV. He went through a lot of the top athletes in the state, and he was talking about some of the players that he goes to games on Friday nights, supporting his coaches, seeing the kids who are either sons or in some cases grandsons of players he coached. And so we're talking like Lopati, the quarterback at West High School, and who was an Illinois recruit but flipped to Michigan with Kyle Whittingham taking the job there. And he's like, yeah, his grandpa was big at Hawaii, and and Ron's been recruiting poly kids forever. He's been going out to the islands forever. And so I mean, he's not just about the Wasatch Front, but he's talking about Sparrow at Davis. I coached his dad at Weber State, so he's breaking down the different players. It was interesting stuff. And 24/7 Sports right now is projecting 44 recruitable athletes at the FBS level. And you're probably, I have to go back and do the math. And we're not done yet. I mean, there's still some kids who haven't recruited. Most have, but not all. And it was just really interesting to go through it. I think there'll be 25 or 30 kids who play in one of the Power 4 leagues, and then a bunch more. And I was quizzing him on why Fresno State got one of the top 10 recruits in the state. Because the top 20, 25 recruits are all going to power leagues. Okay. So why is Fresno getting it? And he goes, well, you never know about his relationships. And his dad was there. He says, although his dad has now left the staff there. I'm like, dang, Mac knows everything. So if you're into that, go look that up. On KSL, right? I mean, Mac is wired in. So anyways, he was telling me that he goes back to the KSL sports stream because he heard that one of his guys, he said, guy, I'm good. He had a big game. So I went back and rolled it back to see what he'd done. And, Mac's an O-line coach. So if he hears that an O-lineman had 3 pancakes, then he's got to cue it up and watch it. So if you're at one game, you want to watch another game, you got friends and family and kids you played with and kids in the neighborhood, but open enrollment, they go to different schools. You can always, like you said, track you down because you're bouncing between all the games. You can call them up and track them all as you see scores and games breaking and explain what's going on. And I think it's great now, but it's really going to grow as the season goes along. We get into region races, and the playoffs are smaller now. They're 16 teams, not 24. So we'll be watching. I was surprised because it takes opportunities away from kids to play games. But the feedback UHSAA got was that there were some teams late in the year, they're beaten up and they're beaten down, and it's really, you're a 22 seed and you're running out of O-linemen. Maybe a game's not the best idea.
I think the other thing too is that you're also making a team who is a championship, contender having to play an extra game when you are beat up, right? Because you've gone through a 10-week season. Now we're going to have you do another one. And I think the other thing for me is it gives you something to play for. I think playoffs should be a reward. Right. And so
we're going to see that, right?
You are. I mean, just like today, we have 47-0 and we're dialed into the final minute and a half. I was like, what's going to happen? And now that 16-17 is that's a big deal. Yeah. Because are you going to make the playoffs or are you going to miss it? And so I like having that reward, that incentive personally. But to your point, I was a little surprised they did it, but I'm all in favor.
Teams 14, 15, 16, teams 17, 18, 19. You get to October in those last 3 games.
They mean a lot.
It could mean a lot.
And so with your RPI, week 2 means a lot. Right. Knowing that, there's going to be a 15, 16, 17, 18.
So check them out. You're going to be on 97.5 The Zone?
Yep.
So you're on the radio.
On the radio.
If you have the old school transistor at a game.
Who doesn't?
You can stream the app if we want to stare at your mugs while you react to the plays. Which is now a thing on social media.
Well, just listen to us. I've got a face for radio anyway.
Okay. So. All right. Well, Dane, been great partnering up with you tonight, calling the game. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to Vince Francis, our producer, director, creator, troubleshooter, IT guy, extraordinaire. I don't know. There's probably another title. I'm not sure what it is.
All things.
All things.
All things.
All things. We'd be nowhere without Vince. Just 2 guys sitting in a booth talking to each other. We probably wouldn't be on the air. Vince isn't even listening. I'm so used to this. Jake Hatch did our radio show for years. He didn't listen either. Don't worry about it. No problem. We actually complimented you. We didn't want you to hear it, Vince. So, yeah, you can go back and watch the replay on KSLSports.com. You'll be the only guy replaying the post-game show. Everybody else will be replaying touchdowns and sacks. Okay. All right, that'll do it from here tonight. Thanks to Morgan High and Skyview for moving this game to a Thursday night and accommodating us. We're going to have games every Thursday night. And, of course, a full schedule Friday night. I'll be at Skyline in Olympus, the Battle for the Rock tomorrow. IMG Lone Peak, that's a big game tomorrow night. There's a lot of interesting games, and you'll have them all in studio as well. All right, that'll do it from here at Morgan High School. Our final score, Morgan wins 47-0. Morgan and Skyview both 1-1 as they head to week 3. Thanks to the two schools for accommodating us with the Thursday night game, and we will talk to you tomorrow night. The battle for the Rock right here on KSLSports.com, the KSL Sports app, and 5.3.